Okay, let me just pull up the, there we go. Okay, Precious Berry.
Present.
Thank you. Tiernan.
Present.
Erin.
She's here. She's coming from the bathroom.
Sounds great. Thank you. Okay, Faith. Okay, I don't believe that Faith is present, so I'm Abraham. And then Grace is not present at the moment. Anne Marie.
Here.
Nick Dalton. Nick. I see his logo or I know he's present, but maybe he can't hear me. Okay, we're gonna come back to Nick at the end one more time. Jack.
Present.
Oral.
Oral's here. He just can't unmute, so I'm trying to fix that for him. But he is here. He just emailed me.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, Mrs. Hinton.
Here.
RJ Turner. Okay, not in the meeting, so I'm gonna count that as not present. Miss Frank. And then Charlin. Not present. William. Not present. Dominic. Okay. And then Aaron. Aaron.
Wait, I didn't know if you were talking about me or the other Aaron, but my dad said that you already said I'm here.
I think Oral is
Okay, I didn't. Oh, sorry.
Oral, a panelist.
only
I'm sorry.
in as,
Okay.
or Oren, I'm sorry, is only in as.
I can unmute now. I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. And I'm just gonna circle back one more time to Nick because I know he's in the meeting, or it appears to me like he's in the meeting. Nick, are you present? Does anyone know if Nick is having
Other people here, is he?
Sorry? Sorry, could you repeat that one more time? Okay. And I am present. So quorum has been established. And now that it's been established, we will move on to approving our old meeting minutes. I motion to approve the February 10, 2026 meeting minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the February 10, 2026 meeting minutes, say aye.
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 Any opposition? The February 10, 2026 meeting minutes are approved. So today is probably going to be a relatively short meeting. The first item on our agenda is considering the proposed social media recommendation. So what we had agreed on last meeting was for me to, okay, Faith, let me just check. Okay, marked her as present. So last meeting we had agreed for me to write an email essentially describing our desire to create a social media account.
If the meeting, can people hear me? I'm sorry to interrupt. Can people hear me? Because I can't hear anyone. I just sent a message to the web host to see if there's anything he can do to help with that. And I know this was working fine earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna text Miss Frank. that we can.
I apologize. I don't know why I can't hear. I know you can hear me, but I can't hear. I'm sorry. Is there anything that the web host can check for me?
I wonder if I can message the web host directly. Could you please? Okay, sorry everyone. I'm just gonna try to figure out this mic issue. Not mic issue, but audio issue. Okay. Have you tried? Okay, I think while Miss Frank is trying to figure out her audio, we can talk about the item on the agenda. So last time we had agreed that I would essentially draft.
Kathy, do you know how to contact the web host? I cannot hear the meeting.
Okay, maybe we should wait for Miss Frank to be able to hear.
Okay, so let's take a pause and have Miss Frank come back in and see if that corrects her audio issues, and then we'll move further.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. The generic host is suggesting that she calls in, so that's a possibility.
Yeah, if she's having issues, there's not really anything I can diagnose remotely.
Can someone say something?
either- Something.
Are you able to?
Okay.
So, okay.
I am going to try also calling in and see if I can get the audio that way, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's going to be their best bet. My guess is she's having like a personal audio issue on her laptop, and it's probably just a setting. It's unfortunately not something I can fix through WebEx.
Hi, sorry I got here a little late. Are we still waiting for some people or?
Yeah, so right now we're just waiting for Miss Frank's audio to get fixed. She's trying to call in, but the meeting is kind of on pause right now, so you didn't miss anything.
Got it. Sorry, yeah, I don't know.
And
I
I'll
had
mark
some
you for
tech
attendance.
issues. Yeah, I needed the app for some reason apparently, so I had to figure that out.
Okay, no worries. No worries at all.
Cool.
Can someone say something?
Right, We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
All right,
perfect.
sorry about that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we were able to resolve that issue. Okay, so we're on the fourth item of the agenda right now, which is consideration of proposed social media recommendation. Last time we had agreed that I would basically draft the email that I would send to a specific recipient just about requesting to create a social media account. And I have this email drafted, this recommendation drafted on a Google Doc. I'm wondering, would you guys prefer? Okay, let's not share our screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that link in the chat. You guys can all open it up and just tell me if you want anything to change. You guys all have comment access. I can give you all edit access if you prefer, but I'm going to put that in the chat. And then we can talk about it a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm iterating you guys' intentions in the best way possible. So if there's any wording that you guys want fixed or anything you want me to add, then just let me know. Okay. Let me copy that. Okay. I just put it in the chat. Are you guys able to access it? Okay, sounds good. Can someone tell me if they would like edit access? Because I can give you all edit access if you prefer. And like, feel free to
I'm sorry,
change,
could you
make any
email it
changes.
to me? This is Jen. Could you email it to me because
Yeah, of course.
our system is blocking access.
Yeah, no, of course. And please let me know what changes I can make. Here, I'm gonna give everyone edit access because I think that's just gonna be easier than me approving comments. So anyone who has it is an editor. Would you guys like me to sign it with all of our names? Is that better? Like, truly, any suggestions would be appreciated.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like if we all signed it, it might like show that it's a collective effort.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I'll write all of you guys' names.
It won't let me, because you're sending it as a Google Doc, it won't let me access it.
Okay.
Are you able to cut and paste it? I'm sorry.
No, you're
Are you
totally
able to cut it?
You're totally fine. I'll send it to you as a copy pasted email.
I appreciate it.
And again, please feel free to write on it, delete anything you don't like. I want this to reflect your voices. So whatever you want to change, feel free to change it. Okay. Okay, do we have any thoughts about what's written so far?
Yeah, Izzy, just two comments. In the
Yes.
first sentence, you say the St. Louis County Youth Advisory Council, and you abbreviate it as YAC in the next sentence. Can we just put in parentheses YAC?
No, yeah, of course. No, feel free to,
Okay.
you can do that, for sure.
Okay, and then in the second paragraph, second to last sentence, it says familiar platforms like Instagram. Are you okay if we do such as?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so those are just two like kind of
Yeah, no, absolutely.
references. Thank you. Otherwise, I think it looks very good. So thank you for writing this.
Thank you for your feedback. Would anyone else like to change anything or add something else? Miss Frank, do you have any thoughts?
My only thought would be, I'm assuming that someone may make a motion to approve this communication, but what it doesn't reflect right now is who you are going to direct it to.
Right.
And I think that would be part of what you'd be approving.
Right. Well, I was a little bit at a loss. Well, not at a loss, but I wasn't totally sure who I would send it to. I was thinking I would send it to, I don't remember, to Mr. Bruce. Do you think that would be an appropriate person to contact?
Yeah, I don't think that would be inappropriate. You are authorized to make recommendations to
Okay. Thank you.
to advise the county executive, and he would be a liaison to you from the county executive's office. Do you want to, if you're directing it to him, do you want to say that, let's see, you say you're requesting to request a meeting
I guess,
with the county executive or his representative?
yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay. Would everyone be all right if I make a motion?
First, before you do that, what is Bruce's position in the county? Or like, what does he do?
Yeah, so Bruce Allen, he is essentially the liaison to the boards and commissions.
I'm sorry, it's Alan Bruce.
Oh yeah, sorry. Mr. Bruce is the liaison to the boards and commissions of the office of the county executive. So I think contacting him would prove helpful and that he would likely relay our message to council members.
Perfect. Thank you for the info.
Of course.
He works in the county executive's office, yes,
Yes.
not the council office.
County executive office. I apologize. Are there any other questions? Okay, I'm gonna make a motion. If my motion is not worded correctly, Ms. Frank, please feel free to interrupt me. Thank you. Okay, I now motion that I, Izzy Cox Garliano, be authorized to send the social media recommendation email to Mr. Alan Bruce. Is that all right?
I would say as presented and amended. You did amend it from what you originally shared with them.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I now motion that I, Izzy Cox Garliano, be authorized to send the social media recommendation email to Mr. Alan Bruce as presented and amended. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposition? All right. Thank you so much, everyone. The next item on our agenda, okay, I momentarily had to close it to open so let me just go back. Okay, so the next item was to vote on a date to present our reports. However, and I spoke to Miss Hinton about this, we don't exactly have the dates yet. I'm hoping we do get them in the next couple of weeks, but they don't have suggested dates just yet. So we are going to have to skip this part of the agenda. I hope everybody understands. Okay, the next part of our agenda is an open discussion on what we can pursue in the next few months. So historically, some council members have wanted to write a second report. But we don't have to do that. We could also pursue other projects. Sorry, Miss Frank, were you? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. I don't know. Okay. I heard something or someone. I'm sorry. Do you guys have any ideas on what you might want to do in the next few months? Because I believe our term doesn't end until June or July, but it's in the summer, so we do have some time.
Well, I just had a question. Like, what would the other sorts of projects that you said, what would that be like, for example?
So I think that's probably what we should talk about because I've been on the council only for 1 year prior to my position as chair, and last year we wrote a second report. So I think it's really up to what we would like to do. I'm happy to bring in. I know Grace and I, we know some people in government. So if you guys would like to hear from them, that could be interesting. I'm sure all of you might know people that you might want to bring in if possible. But I mean, that's just an idea. But it's really up to all of you. So if you have any ideas at all, I would really like to hear them.
I guess for me is I'm just trying to think about like what would be an appropriate suggestion because this is my first year on the council,
Right.
so I'm just trying to think like yeah, like what would be an appropriate suggestion? Like, do we just is it like literally any body in like politics to like bring them on to talk to us about something in particular? I'm just trying to like see the scope what you're asking for, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so I know last year's chair Annika was interested in doing this as well, but I think as youth, it's really important to hear from people whose careers we might want to follow in the future. I don't know about you guys, but I know that I definitely want to go into government when I'm older, or maybe law. And I think it would be nice maybe to hear someone come in and present about what they do. Or we can also, another idea could be, since we wrote reports so extensively about mental health and youth literacy, we could hear from some experts maybe in those fields.
I definitely think it'd be. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
Aaron.
You're good. You go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I think it would definitely be interesting to hear from people in the fields that we just wrote and reported on. Would it be possible to make those events open to the public in such that, say we have an education or an event supporting education and youth literacy, and we have an education and youth literacy expert come, and then it be like a civic engagement event at, I don't know, a mutually agreed upon space, either at the libraries or a county building or something like that, where people from local high schools, local elementary schools can come and participate in the event if they would like to, as well as our council being there. Is that feasible, or do people like that, or thoughts?
I mean, I don't know about feasibility, but that sounds like it'd be a very beneficial like thing to do. A good idea.
I like that idea, but like, what exactly would we be doing then? So like because I know you said, oh, we would be there, but kind of what would the interaction be then? You know?
Yeah, I would foresee it more as us setting up the event and then just being there talking to people and sharing the findings of a report or the other things we've been doing, or promoting our social media account, just promoting the council's existence and our activities.
I think it'd be cool to do something where, like, I like the idea of bringing in, some sort of expert, but then definitely I think like just something like for on our end, like maybe we share some of our report, or maybe we present on it, like we kind of turn it into a presentation and we could present at that same kind of meeting, I guess. I just think it'd be cool to like actually have something that, we're contributing to. But yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, definitely. Then people can, say someone from a Parkway High School comes to the event, and then word gets around that high school just from them sharing what they did the night before, that they went to some youth event sponsored by the county, and word of mouth can help populate it as well.
Okay, I really like that idea. So would you suggest then that like because we still need to, because like our meeting that we're doing right now, for example, cannot be open to the public. This is just as the council, right? So perhaps could these types of meetings where it's just us, like, would they be used to plan that sort of event? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Izzy, your meetings actually are open to the public. So the
Oh,
public
really?
could join this meeting through WebEx. It's noticed up so that that they are able to view the meeting. They're not panelists like you all are usually, but they could attend. Also, you're not required to hold the meeting virtually. They can be held in person as well.
Okay, well, thank you so much for clarifying that. I apologize for making that claim then.
I think it'd be cooler though to do something in person and maybe just more like an event style rather than our kind of meeting where people can just sit in. Just so it's more of like, I guess, I don't know, we get probably more people and it's just like more attractive for people to go to because it's more of like an actual event.
Okay, I do really like this idea, and I'm writing down what is being said. So if I'm typing, that's what I'm doing.
And then maybe we do like one for each group, so then also get some sort of like mental health expert and then bring them in to talk.
Yeah, I like that, Aaron.
I like that too. Well, thank you, Jack and Aaron. Those are great ideas. Would anyone else like to share or maybe add to that idea or propose a new idea?
Like those are pretty solid.
Okay. What do you guys feel about, and I don't, okay, what do you guys feel about writing another report?
I'd say
I'm
I'm
just,
open to it.
I
okay.
think it's a pretty good idea, but we could definitely expand. I feel like we have the opportunity to do something a little bit more creative, maybe with our second term. Like some of the ideas we were talking about. Like, yes, the report, like I think it's a great experience. We do come up with really good research, but it's been done. I would love if we could do something more creative for our second term
Okay,
or
that's what
second
I would,
project.
okay, I would have expected you all to feel that way. I was just curious because that's what last year's group did. Did you guys enjoy writing the report though? Do we like it? Someone answer, someone say they kind of liked it. I hope.
I think it was fine, but I agree. I think it would be cool to do something creative and
Okay.
just add on to what we've already done.
Okay, I like that too.
Great.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just responding to your original question. I was going to say it was great. It was good.
Okay. I think Jack, you were also unmuted if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I just enjoyed writing it and thought it was entertaining or it was interesting. Definitely a good learning experience.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that, but I also completely understand that you would want to maybe pursue something different in the latter half of our term. So I love the idea of an event. I like the idea of bringing in experts and also kind of presenting our findings to the public. Would you guys say that so an event like that, would it be more geared towards youth or the general public, do you think?
I think it'd be great if it's geared more towards the youth.
Okay. And before we think about, I mean, who do you think ideally would be like a good youth literacy expert? Because I was thinking, because there are lots of options, or a mental health expert, right? I think for youth literacy, especially, like, would we try to find someone who works at a nonprofit, or who leads a nonprofit, or an educator? Do you guys have any opinions on who might be the best presenter for that?
I feel like an educator would be a good presenter,
Okay.
especially for the youth because they know how to communicate with the youth.
And what about for mental health? I think mental health might be easier to target a nonprofit, but if you have any ideas, please let me know.
Yeah, I'd say nonprofit or like I think or maybe just like a psychologist that works a lot with kids. And I
Oh,
also had like an idea maybe of like attendees for at least mental health. Maybe like we kind of target like mental health clubs at schools. And so like they kind of advertise our event because obviously, they already have members that are interested in mental health. So like this could be informative for them.
Okay, so like reach out to schools.
Yeah.
Promote the event. Yeah, I like that.
Because a lot of schools have like NAMI, which is like the mental health club. So
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. Okay. Do we have any other ideas or things we want to do? Okay, so my plan for the next meeting is hopefully to have received a response about the dates because we do have to vote on presentation dates. I would love for you all to be able to present all the research and ideas that you came up with, and also, I guess, also discuss the reply about for my social media email so we can get going with that. I know this meeting is kind of. Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
You're totally fine. You're totally fine. No, you're totally fine.
I thought it was a pause right there. Yeah, I was
No,
just
it's
gonna say
okay.
that
It's
my
late. Like,
You said what?
no, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about at the next meeting besides those two main points?
I think it might be a good idea for each of us to look into people that we could bring in. Like if one of
Yeah.
us has a really fabulous teacher, or I know a lot of people are engaged in different advocacy activities. So like if you know a mental health expert or something like that, then bring them, not bring them, but like bring their name to the next meeting.
Okay, I love that idea. So everyone before the next meeting, try to think of some people that you might know in your life or do a little bit of research on who might be a good presenter. So I love that idea. Let's plan on that. Okay. Well, in that case, does anyone else want to say or share something?
Yeah. So
Sorry, I just thought of something.
I was Okay, this is it. This is all I'm gonna say. I was gonna say that I had some suggestions when it came to like adding when it comes to your question earlier, but because of we don't have any feedback yet for the social media yet for going into the second term, I guess I'm gonna just like hold back on some ideas because my ideas would have came from the fact of what we can do with that because I think we talked about last time like coming up with some more robust actions and things like that from the people that gave out through ideas last time about that. So I guess until we hear a response more in regards of that, I'll hold my comments on that. That's all I was going to say.
Well, thank you, Abraham. And then Aaron, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna add, like, I know I mentioned the idea of us doing kind of a short presentation based on our reports. So I don't know if you kind of had an idea with that, like if that's something we would want to pursue. But I mean, obviously we still have a lot of time left in our turn to make the presentations, but I just didn't know what kind of everyone else thought about that.
Okay, wait, that's a really good idea. If you are to present, you might want like an actual like slideshow or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I really like that. That is a good idea.
Okay.
I guess, well, I'm gonna ask Miss Frank. Wait, Miss Frank, if we were to use our meetings to create a slideshow presentation for our reports, are we allowed to separate into breakout rooms? If it meets quorum? You are muted, Miss Frank. Okay. Miss Frank, does anyone else hear Miss Frank? Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You're asking if during a meeting you can break out into essentially work groups
Correct.
and then reconvene?
Yes.
I can take that question and I can get back with you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Do we have any other comments or questions or ideas before we schedule the next meeting?
I like that idea from Aaron about the presentation. Would it be possible to also, especially if we had a social media account, it would be easier to post a video of us presenting it online, whether that's at the same time as when we do it to the county council members or at a different time. Post it online and then maybe post the link to it on our social media so that people can go and access that a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Okay, I'll write that. Yeah, thank you, Jack. Would anyone like to respond to that or ask a question or share anything else?
Do have a question. With the social media account, would everybody have access to it? Like everybody who is in the group, like will we all have access to it?
I mean, I'm assuming we could all have the login, but again, because I don't have a response to that email yet and we haven't actually conversed about it too much I'm not totally sure what the limits of that would be just yet. But I'm hopeful that we can answer your question and fairly soon.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Questions, ideas, comments? Okay, would we like to move on to scheduling the next meeting? Is that good? Okay, I'm seeing some head nods. Okay, so most of us have spring break, I think. Would you guys like to meet in really late March or in early April? Or neither, or late April? Or when would you like to meet?
I think just depending on when we end up doing the in-person presentations too. So I think probably good for next meeting sometime in April, but also just depending on when we actually pick that date. Because I think, I mean, obviously we kind of have this new thing that we're working on, but also I think it's a lot to have like back-to-back kind of stuff. So.
Okay, so the first Tuesday of April 2026 is the 7th. We're not limited to, Ms. Frank, we're not limited to just meeting on Tuesdays, right?
No.
Okay, thank you. So we could meet on April 1st, which is if we're trying to continue in this pattern of meeting early during the month, which is what we had done in February as well, we could meet the 1st of April, which is Wednesday, or that week at least, or we could do the second week. Do we have a preference as to what week of April we should meet?
I'm good with whatever. I do think if we're going to get the ball rolling on this in-person event, that will probably take place after school lets out. meeting earlier in April would be best. So like that first date, or if we do the March 31st, would probably be good. But also, I'm good with whatever.
Could we do
I'm
March
good.
3rd? I think actually I like that day.
I like that too. It's also a Tuesday, so it's
Yeah,
like in our
the other schedule.
pattern routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good March 31st. If that was the case.
Not. Oh, wait, actually, yes, I am. I apologize. I thought you said 21st.
Okay, I'm glad you'll be able to be present. Is anyone like strongly against that date or against it? Okay, seems like we do not have any other issues. So to that point, I motion to implement the date of March 31st, 2026 at 6 p.m. as the next meeting of the St. Louis County Youth Advisory Council. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposition? It has been decided that the next meeting will be on March 31st, 2026 at 6 p.m. And now I will motion to adjourn the March 3rd, 2026 meeting of the St. Louis Youth Advisory Council. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposition? Okay, the meeting today is officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and see you on the 31st.
Good night. Sorry
Thank you
for
so
the
much.
technical.
Thank you.
Good
No
night.
worries about the tech issue. Thank you so much, as always.